Hi, folks. Welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Fred Cilbrith.
And I'm Dave Ryan.
I'm sorry, David King couldn't make it today. He got tied up with work, so I'll be your host. Today's topic is going to be Mother's Day. Before we get to today's topic, I want to give a special shout out to Kevin Morse. I know he's supposed to go to a doctor's appointment, and hopefully everything goes well. Dave, I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much, Fred. It's an honor to be here.
All right. So what do you remember about Mother's Day for you?
Well, what we did is we made the rounds. We got up in the morning. We had our breakfast, and then we all got dressed up in our Sunday best, and we went over to my grandma's house, and then we went over to our cousin's house, and all his kids would be over there playing while the mothers and would be inside. They'd have their Mother's Day tea. They'd talk about what they did back then when they were growing up. And the fathers and the uncles would just go around and do things and do their own thing. They would either go out to the store, or they would either go out someplace, or then they'd come back, and then we'd all have a nice dinner, and then we do a lot of playing. As kids, we did a lot of playing, and it was a great family thing.
So, what was your favorite gift that you gave your mother?
I usually give her flowers. I always find out which particular kind she liked, so I usually get that one.
I remember I used to give my mother marigolds.
Marigolds?
For Mother's Day.
Roses and amaryllises and stuff like that.
I remember going to my grandmother's house and spending the day there and just being with all the cousins and us playing and doing stuff. So, is there any, circumstances that you've gone through with your mom that have changed who you are as a person in a good way?
Well, in many ways, as far as correcting me, to say, to act properly in front of other people and say the right thing to people, and basically just to be polite and respect others and things like that. That's what mothers do. But they protect. They protect and they watch over you.
I remember my mom when we used to go through surgeries together, because I've been through 9 surgeries. And I had back surgery and leg surgery, and my mom was always there in the hospital watching over me. She would stay night by night and just keep an eye on me.
Right.
Is there any surgeries where your mom was there for you?
Well, they would always bring me there, but she wouldn't. She would stay for the whole thing at some points, especially when I was younger, when I was first getting surgeries to correct my feet and other orthopedic issues I had to have corrected with, and one of them was a bone infection about 15 years ago, and they stuck around for that because I had to go. I got referred to Newington Children's Hospital, which is what is now Connecticut Children's Hospital now.
Newington Hospital?
Right.
I was in Newington back when it was Newington. Now it's Hartford Hospital.
Yeah, they moved into the bigger building.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the old building is, what they're doing over there now, but it was had sprawling lawns and everything else over there. It was very, very old and very, very nice.
Today there's talk of kids disrespecting their parents and kids not treating their mothers right. What's your take on that?
I think it's shocking. It's amazing. It's like it seems like they're born with this disrespect or whatever you want to call it. It's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, now they're talking about suing their parents. What kind of nonsense is that? And how did that get that far?
You hear stories about little kids hitting their moms and beating on them.
Yeah, they hit them back.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's absolutely crazy, folks. I mean, anybody watching, you really shouldn't do that. But
no, that's totally wrong. That's disrespectful. You want to be kind to your folks because they're not gonna be around forever.
Yeah. I was always taught respect your elders because they're before you.
That's right. Respect all your elders, whether they're your family or not. Yeah. But you should always treat family with a little bit more kindness anyway.
Yeah. Because your family has your back at points in your life that you don't even realize.
Exactly. They do. No matter how old you get, you're still their little baby. That's it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a nice comforting thing, too. Because, you've got somebody in your corner, at least for the most part.
But I feel bad for the kids that, they grow up and their mother dies at an early age for them, and they don't have a mother. I feel bad for those
Well,
kids.
that's terrible. I hear that a lot. Hear that quite a bit. It's pretty devastating. I
Yeah.
grew up with a lot of people where that happened to. Some of them turned out to be real bad. They just went the wrong way and they took a real dark road. But there's a few that were inspired by what happened, and they were able to move on to a better way. So
Yeah.
thank God for that.
Right.
It's all about the coaching.
Yeah. It all starts at home with the kids,
That's where it
how
all
they're
begins.
brought up and whatnot. What would you say was there any family members that you were really, really close to? Like when it came to your grandmother or your great grandmother?
Oh, my great grandmother was a Bridgeport native way back. We used to go to Howard Avenue. It was in the Hungarian section. It was pretty nice. We'd go up to the third floor and
Yeah.
go up there play with our cousin that lived up there with them. He was the only child in that family, so he was my grandmother's brother. And they were real good. They were nice.
So you were pretty close with her?
Oh, they were very close, but then they left town a long time ago. Big time.
Is she still alive?
No, that's what I meant. They're all gone right now.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was close. I've been close with my grandmother on my mother's side and my grandmother on my father's side.
Mhm.
My grandmother on my mother's side, she lives in Florida. She moved to Florida a couple years ago, so I call her every once in a while.
Well,
Hi,
that's
Graham.
good.
I call her every once in a while. My dad's mother, she's kind of been the voice of reason
Okay.
in certain times from my life, and
Yeah.
I'm very close with her. So
Well, that's good.
yeah,
Well, I don't have any more grandmothers or grandparents. They're all gone.
right,
In fact, my parents are in their 80s now, but they're doing pretty well.
yeah. What was life like growing up with your mom?
It was nice. It's still pretty good because I'm still there.
You're still living.
Yeah, right. We're still living. Everybody's still alive. Everybody's doing pretty good. We all help each other out around the house, and I learned how to do a lot of chores,
Right,
how to clean the room. The basic stuff.
right, basically.
Yeah, I know some few college kids I know that do not know how to do that stuff. Don't take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Other people that I've met, and they just forget the skills. In fact, my friend's wife was brought up very, very strict, brought up as a neatnik, not a thread out of place, and she keeps that house a wreck. Totally rebellious. That's what it is. For some reason, we all get rebellious to a certain point with our families.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's because we try
that
to get
happens usually when you're a teenager.
It happens all the time, I think. It's just a way of getting attention, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but when you're a teenager, you go through that phase in your life where you're like, okay, screw my parents, and I want to just go off and do my own thing,
Yeah. Yeah, you want to be independent. You don't want to be cloistered so much because I think that seems to be the problem out there in the world today. They are either too cloistered, or there's not enough guidance, coaching, control. There's either too much control or there's not enough control out there. There's no happy medium.
So what you're saying is it's more, if they had more guidance in their life, there wouldn't be so much out of control.
That's part of it too. I think what happens is that the families, the parents, they give up. The kid does so many different things that they get burned out. They can't keep up with the activities. It's stressful to be a parent today. I see so many people.
Folks, I got to give it up to the single moms that have their kids and raise their kids by themselves. It takes a lot for a single mother to do that with their own kids. So I give props to all the single mothers out there that actually do that. But what's your take on that?
I give them nothing but props. So they have all my sympathies for all the tough times. And I give them all the credit in the world because I give them more respect than I do some of the couples out there.
Yeah.
Because they really have it rough. They really do. I know quite a few that are. They're very nice people, and I try to encourage them as much as I can. So
Yeah.
that's what we got to do. There's people out there that need major encouragement, and this is what we got to do.
So would you say that a kid that's grown up with a mother and a father and a single mom is different?
Yeah, way different. Because
How is it different?
the single mom has to be the father and the mother at the same time, and that has got to be really tough on the kid, because the kid wants a male role model around the house, and they crave it, and they don't have it,
Right.
and it gets, it works against everybody to an extent.
Yeah.
But if the single mother goes out there and gets the right help with the right people,
Yeah.
with with the help, that child can grow up pretty good. It'll be okay. Yep. So that's what my take is on it.
I mean, my take on that is it is harder for single moms to raise their kids because they have to be both parents. They can't just be one
Right.
or the other. They have to act as both because the father's not really in their lives. But I also think that, the kid not having a father in their life, it plays a mental game with them.
Yeah.
It's like that's what they chase most of their young years, that they want a dad.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
And the dad is like nowhere to be seen.
yeah. Well, that's kind of sad. But on the lighter side of things, though, what kind of games did you play with your cousins when you went over to your grandma's aunt and uncle's house? What kind of games?
We played a bunch of card games. We played
Okay.
Connect Four. We played Candyland. It was just a bunch of games. We used to run outside, go outside and play and
Right.
throw the football around, kick the ball.
Yeah, we did a lot of that too.
It was a good time.
We played a lot of war games, we used to climb trees. We used to do all kinds. We played with
Yeah.
more stuff out in the yard than we actually did our toys. We had these nice, expensive toys, but we never played with them. We wanted to be outside to do stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with all the video games. And,
Unfortunately, I did, folks.
oh well.
But not all the time, because I didn't spend that time much playing games. When I was like 5, I spent a lot of time playing games, but I usually spent it outside or
Yeah,
with the family or doing family things,
that's right. Driving around the beach just to see,
Yeah.
what the water looked like. What spring was starting to shape up to be from the long winters.
Yeah.
Uh,
And this was one heck of a winter, folks.
And this one was pretty intense, and but that's what we did though. We did that and a whole lot more too. We went visiting. Sometimes we would go up to our aunt and uncle rented a cabin up in Southbury, and we used to go up there
Yeah.
for Mother's Day.
I
Just a few
mean-
of us. It was really nice.
I mean, like I said, basically what we did is we went to my grandparents' house and hung out there and
Yeah.
did all that kind of thing. There was one year where we went with my dad's mom, my grandmother on my dad's side, and we went to her house and gave her a cake and everything and spent the day with
nice.
her, so that was really nice.
I remember we went to our grandfather's house. We tore that house apart because he didn't have much of a yard for us to play in, so we
Yeah.
played in the house. We knocked over.
Hopefully you didn't break anything.
I think we
No
did.
throwing balls in the house.
There was this stagecoach clock that with the horses on the TV.
What's stage close clock?
It was an ornament on top of the TV. And,
Okay, it's one of those like floor, like you lay it on the TV mantle or whatever.
It was small enough to put on top of a TV. It was
Okay.
a regular sized console TV, and I don't know. We were messing around inside the place, and I threw something, and they missed, and the coach went against the window and landed outside in the driveway. Didn't hear the end of that for a long time, but
I mean,
so we did.
I remember, my mom making smoothies. She used to make
yeah.
strawberry and banana smoothies.
Okay.
And then family signature for me was cinnamon donuts. She'd make
Oh yeah.
from hand. She'd
Okay.
buy the dough, make it.
Well, that's what we did too. We did a lot
she
of
did
handmade.
that.
We didn't.
I miss that.
Well, that's the best way to do it. You can still make things at home and stuff like that
Yeah.
instead of.
Yeah, but it's nothing like when mom makes it.
No, it's not. No, it's right. But they took the time into it.
Yeah.
And today they don't really do that too much anymore.
Yeah, everybody's on their phones and doing their
Every-
own thing that they don't really go and,
Mhm.
spend time with the family, which I think they should.
Yeah. People are on the bus are funny. I was trying to have a conversation with a friend of mine to ask him what he was doing for his mother for Mother's Day. I couldn't raise him. He was too busy on the phone looking down and tapping away there. Like, okay, George, I'll get you later.
I mean, I think if people spend more time off their phones and more times with their families, then
Yeah.
they'd probably have a better connection with them.
See, one of the things we did too at my uncle's house, we used to. Well, if we were bad, they'd make us clean rake part of the yard or pick up some leaves or something like that. They'd give us a little chore to do
Yeah.
because they didn't believe in the discipline so much of the hitting. So they made us
Yeah.
do different chores that we didn't care for. But we learned to like it after a while, and maybe after a while if we liked it, and if we were good, our uncles and aunts would give us money for doing it.
Hey,
So
you
that
get
was
allowance that way.
Yeah. So we were treated pretty darn nice, I think.
Yeah.
It was a while ago, but it was good days. It really was.
I remember being a kid doing like, okay, you want to go to the movies tonight. We can, you rake the leaves or you mow the lawn or you do the dishes. I'll give you money for a movie. We can go see a movie tonight.
Oops, I forgot. You have to get that loose shingle up on the roof. Get the ladder. No, I wasn't kidding. We wouldn't do that. But that would be mean. But
Right.
we had some really good Mother's Days, and I'm looking forward to a few more good ones too.
Yeah.
You know, God willing.
I haven't met your mom yet. I got to meet your mom.
Yeah, I guess you've been busy, so
Yeah, I've been busy with school.
weather hasn't been all that
doing the
great.
show every week.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's what we got to do. That's important.
Hopefully I can, see my mom on Mother's Day or the week after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good thing. I see mine every day because I live there, but that's good though. So what's good about family, you help them out and do things for them, and you learn how to do things too. If they ask you to do something that you haven't done before, you just try to do it, and if it doesn't work out that way, you ask.
Is there any memory that you can think of that, like, if you go back in your mind and you think of all the Mother's Days that you've had, can you think of the one memory to say, I enjoyed that, or that's the one memory to say, that's my mother.
Yeah.
That's my mom.
Huh. I don't know if I would put it like that, but I can remember a lot of very, very good Mother's Days that we've had. When she was very happy with what we gave her,
Yeah.
but nothing really stands out that I could think of right now.
Like nothing that she would do, cook you something, make you something, like stay up with you at night after coaching you. You wake up from a nightmare.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. Okay.
Nothing like that.
No, I don't. I remember when we got the flu, we got sick or something like that.
Yeah.
We used to do that a lot when we were kids. They'd come over and make us feel better, give us a little something to drink.
Well, that's what I meant.
Okay, yeah, medicines. When we got sick in the middle of the night, because it would happen every year. My brother and I would both get sick in the middle of the night. My mother would get up. She would clean everything up and give us a little something, make us feel better. Don't remember what it was, but it was some kind of medicine that tasted good. Otherwise, we weren't going to take it.
I mean, I like I said before, I've been through so many surgeries, and I would tell my mother, look, I don't want to go to surgery.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and do it. I don't want to go and go through surgery. But she's like, just go with it. So I did, and the best thing that I can tell you is, like I said, the strawberry smoothies. But the most thing that makes my mother is because she used to spend night after night with me in the surgery.
At the hospital.
Yeah.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
She was dead tired.
Had to be.
Every time.
That's a good mother. Well, mine always brought me to the hospital, and she stayed with me till I got the surgery done. But then she would go home as soon as I got into a room. The the last two surgeries were my biggest ones ever. I had 2 knee replacements. Not at the same time. They were done 2 years apart.
Oh, okay.
But nonetheless, they were huge. Okay, if you ever get in for joint replacement.
Oh yeah, I've had hip
just
surgery, so I know what you're talking about.
I haven't had hip yet. I hope I never do, but I'm still on the mend, and I'm going to get there.
Hey,
My doctor's very pleased with me
doing it.
with what I've done so far, but my mother is making sure that I don't eat too much. She keeps an eye on my diet, which I think is good, and I can go along with that, and I get that.
Yeah.
She keeps an eye on me, make sure I'm not snacking too much. So, Dave, have some fruit or something. Have some fruit.
Stop eating the snacks.
Stop eating the cookies, cakes, and pies.
Right.
You're getting a little chubby there, so you got to stop that. I said, okay, no problem.
So.
But they're up in age, and they're trying to gain weight. They're both underweight, so they got the cookies, cakes, and pies, and so they're trying to eat them. And I just look at them and I gain weight. It's like, this isn't fair. I want to give them the weight. I don't need it myself.
Wow.
But
last time I heard, your mom had cancer.
That's correct. Yes, she had.
How's she doing with that?
Doing much better. She's been through all the chemotherapy treatments and all the radiation treatments. And she went in for tests recently, and everything looks like it's clear. So they keep an eye on her every so many months or whatever.
So she's gonna be all right.
Oh yeah, she'll be fine. Got her energy back. She's got all her hair back. Oh yeah. My father and I were complimenting her the other day on how curly it looks.
Yeah.
So we're very pleased about that.
Yeah.
So she's starting to get outside a little bit more. So the weather's starting to get nice now. But we're gonna have my brother and sister-in-law, and my niece and nephews down for Mother's Day for sure. We're gonna have a nice dinner. Probably break out a ham or something like that, or roast beef.
With some pineapple.
Oh yeah, definitely. We always have pineapple with the ham.
Roasted pineapple with the ham.
Yep. That or pork roast. She's not sure what she's gonna cook yet, but it's gonna be something good. That's for sure.
Okay.
So it's gonna be great. So, what are your plans for this Mother's Day? Or you're not really sure yet?
Well, like I said, I'm probably gonna see my mom later in the week.
Oh, okay.
I'll probably go to my grandmother's house. My sister's birthday is the same day.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Because it's kind of funny. Because like my sister and my mother, every so often when she was younger, they used to spend the day. Like it used to be on the same day, so it'd be her birthday and Mother's Day all on the same day.
Oh my gosh! She must
So
have
that was the
showered.
biggest kick.
They must have showered each other with gifts.
So, that was always good. But
see-
just like what I remember most is like spending time with my mother when I was a kid, and, like playing blocks with her, or watching TV with her,
Okay. Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Yeah, when I was in the hospital, there was another time when I had a problem with my foot. About 15 years ago, I had had to go in for more surgery, and my mother would sit around and come up and visit me during the day because the hospital was really close. She'd sit down, we'd play cards together. Very nice.
Yeah.
She showed me how to play Old Maid. She told me how to play fish,
Did you ever play Monopoly?
bridge, Monopoly. We didn't really break out the board
No?
games too much, no. But the Yahtzee. My mother's favorite game, by the way, is Yahtzee.
I
She's
remember.
got me hooked on it like you would not believe. I love that game.
I remember summers with my grandmother because my grandmother used to babysit
Yeah. Okay.
when we were kids. When I was like 12, 13 years old,
Right.
she used to babysit, and we used to play Monopoly for hours. She used to play
Like
Rummy
that.
500.
Rummy.
That was the one game we played with cards, folks.
Mhm.
That was the one game.
That is a good game. I like that game too. I like them all as long as I know how to play them.
Right.
I just don't like making mistakes on these games. But Connect Four, we played it up the street with my other friends. But that's getting away
You never
from
played
myself.
Sorry or anything like that with your mom?
No, what game did I play with my mother? We played Monopoly, like you said. We also played regular card games.
What about trip? Did you go on trips with your mom?
Yeah, she took us.
vacations
She took
or-
us to the parades. She loved the mummers.
The
In
Mummers?
fact, the mummers, they marched in the last St.
that was on the
Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day parade.
Yes, it was.
They
I
were-
saw that. They were really good. Brought back memories. When the old King Cole was up there, was no longer there now. It was a bank, and I think that got ripped down now too.
Right. So
we used to watch the parade from over there. And she always used to like to go to the parades to see the mummers. That was her favorite thing, and they were pretty spectacular.
So,
Did mother ever take you to any parades?
yeah, well, we went to the Barnum Parade
Okay.
when I was a kid. I remember the clowns coming and me getting freaked out. 'Cause
Oh,
I
you
don't
did?
I don't like clowns.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
remember
people don't.
going to the circus, folks. I went to when the circus was in town when I was a kid. I went to the circus and I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay there
Wow.
because the clowns were there. So I was freaking out because of the makeup and everything. So she was like, "Let's just go home."
Oh my God.
So
Can't imagine that.
that was a good day though. But
Well, we used to go to the Midway. My mother took us to the Midway. It was either in Stratford or Bridge. I don't remember. We were so small, but they had rides there. They had cotton candy. My mother took my brother and I there every year. She did. Well, my dad worked. He worked a lot of hours, but my mother was spent so much time at home with us. It was unbelievable. It was really nice. Though. Growing up was really, really good.
well,
Enjoyed it.
folks, we're coming to the end of our show. Dave Ryan, is there anything that you would give as far as advice to kids today about being with their mothers and what Mother's Day means to you?
Ignore the peer pressure. I don't know. That's all I can say. It's hard to do. Easier said and done.
Well-
Just try to connect with your families a little bit more. Just keep more of an open mind with what they want you to do and stuff like that, and it might turn out for your benefit.
What does Mother's Day mean to you?
Celebrating, making my mother happy, getting her doing something for her that'll make her happy.
Yeah.
Maybe getting something or just doing something. Just spending time with her. That's basically it.
Well, my advice would be spend time with your mother, get to know her. She's the only mother you got.
That's right. You only
So-
got one mother, folks. That's it.
So that's it. But that's the end of our show. I'm Fred Cilbrith,
I'm Dave Ryan.
and thank you for watching Keeping It Real. Dave and Dave Ryan will be back next week. See ya.